Welcome to the Buddhist Boot Camp podcast. Our intention is to awaken, enlighten, enrich, and inspire a simple and uncomplicated life. Discover the benefits of mindful living with your host, Timber Hawkeye.
Scapegoating is when something doesn't go according to your plan or preference, but instead of taking responsibility for the role you play in what happens, even if it's only a small role, or maybe just accepting that life often unfolds at random, you point your finger at something or someone else and think it's their fault. All too often, scapegoating involves generalizations condemning an entire group of people, a particular event, or singling out someone specific to bear the blame for a situation they did not cause. Imagine you get to the movie theater only to discover that all the seats are already sold out. So you get mad at everyone inside who got their tickets ahead of time. You complain that the cinema isn't large enough, and you convince yourself that if only traffic wasn't so bad on your way to the theater, you would have made it on time. Or maybe you watch TV while your dinner is burning in the oven, and then you blame the television show for distracting you. We all do it. We stub our toe and immediately look around for someone to blame for our frustration, even when it's clearly nobody else's fault. We blame the current political climate, the neighbor who just moved in, or the spouse who should have known better. Scapegoating is irrational at best and dangerously toxic at its worst. Yet it is oddly comforting and highly addictive. Buddhism invites us to try something far less convenient, but infinitely more honest. The opposite of scapegoating is personal accountability. I'm not talking about victim blaming, harsh, rigid, or shame-filled liability. I'm talking about a gentle, compassionate, and curious way for us to shift from asking, whose fault is it that I feel this way, to asking ourselves, why am I reacting to what is happening in this way, and what other feeling can I choose right now? Because even though we can't control what happens in life, we do participate in life through our expectations, interpretations, and the stories we tell ourselves. Here's what I mean. Is it objectively frustrating when someone cuts you off on the freeway? Sure, but that is not what causes your frustration. Just like the TV isn't the reason you burnt your dinner, nor is the size of the cinema the reason you missed the movie. The cause of our suffering is the mental spiral that follows every incident, like a constant voiceover, narrating stories in the back of our minds. The stories often sound like this. People are so inconsiderate. My day is ruined. Why does this always happen to me? We all experience small inconveniences throughout our lives, but it's our thoughts that turn molehills into mountains. The difference between blame and accountability is that blame keeps us stuck in a loop of rage, shame, and defensiveness, while accountability is empowering and liberating, because accountability says, I may not have chosen this moment, but I can choose how I show up for it. According to the Buddha, that shift from reaction to awareness is where freedom from delusion begins. And it's not about being a Zen master, it's about being present enough to notice how often we take our personal responsibility to maintain inner peace and give that power to people and circumstances that we can't control. So, next time you catch yourself scapegoating, even if it's just mentally, pause and smile a little at your inner goat. Not because you have done something wrong, but because you caught yourself and noticed the pattern. That noticing is how we break free from the cycle of torment. And the more consistently we take ownership of our inner world, the less we try to outsource our well-being. I'm going to say that again because that's why Buddhism is called a practice. The more consistently we take ownership of our inner world, the less we try to outsource our well-being. The peace we are chasing is not out there somewhere. It is patiently waiting for us to come back to ourselves and reclaim it from within. As the old saying goes, every time you point your finger at someone else, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. Don't outsource your well-being. Claim it from within. Namaste.
Timber Hawkeye is the best-selling author of Buddhist Boot Camp, Faithfully Religionless, and The Opposite of Namaste. For additional information, please visit BuddhistBootCamp.com, where you can order autographed books to support the Prison Library Project, watch Timber's inspiring TED Talk, and join our monthly mailing list. We hope you have enjoyed this episode and invite you to subscribe for more thought-provoking discussions. Thank you for being a soldier of peace in the army of love.